We live, boys! Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Themeathon? Boy howdy. Okay, let's get a file name up in here. I think Themeathon will fit. I think. I hope so. Hey, there we go. Alright, I'm just gonna do a quick couple of setting changes. I say a couple, I mean one. And then we'll be ready to go. I'll give you a countdown. I hope you're ready for the countdown, because I'm about to give it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's get this show on the road. My name is RealmCopier. This is TimeSplitters 2 for the PlayStation 2, released in 2002. It's pretty sick. The premise of this game is that the TimeSplitters, the enemy in this game, have stolen the time crystals and placed them all over different points in time. And it's my job to go back and retrieve all 9 of them and then escape from their central space station in the final mission. The first mission is Siberia, which is set in 1990. And I'm going to be doing a lot of things quick and fast, so I'll try and explain them. So here I don't pick up the silenced pistol because he's carrying one, and if I headshot him then I can pick it up on my way up there. And it's also a quick way to dispose of him. I want the camera to spot me here, which it did, and that causes a door to open, and it means I don't have to open the door manually, and that guy will spawn. I tried to go for a headshot on him, but I failed, so... Yeah, 1 year before, and this would fit in with the theme. Okay, I got a headshot on that guy, redeemed myself. You punch that guy in the back, because if you're like stealthed to an enemy, which I was, he wasn't aware of my presence, then a back punch is a one-hit kill. I want to kill this guy here, so I can pick up his Soviet S-47, and then I give myself a damage boost on that box. This is just basically just walking down the stairs. There's a few enemies I have to kill on my way down. Badly. And then next time going into this central building here, where the door's on the other side. And there I have to go and fight a quote-unquote boss, and also quote-unquote fight. It's actually funny you say that, because this game, this level, with the dam and stuff, is a homage to GoldenEye, and it was made by some of the same people. So here I fire that grenade which kills the guy by the door, and then I open the door, and then I plant a bunch of mines down this corridor, and it means that any enemy that chases after me will be dead when I have to walk back up it in a second. And then here's the boss. That's why I said boss and fight in quotations. And then that's the level. And there's 10 of those. The next one's Chicago in 1932, or as I like to call it, R-Shk. Because, well, you'll see in a second. Yeah, this game is on PS2, so the loading times aren't great. I shoot this guy, and that prevents him from chasing after me and also gives me a damage boost. I'm gonna go for another stealth kill in a second. And then I need to go and answer this phone to make contact with Marco. Shoot this guy and he'll give me some damage boosts along here as well. Maybe. Only 1, but sometimes you can get 3. I meet up with Marco and he says protect me. I kill the 2 guys that chase after me there, and then I have to protect him from 5 more guys.
Looks clear back that way.
It's not though, is it? I'm sorry, my aim is atrocious right now. Usually it's much better. Okay, so that's the 5 guys done. And then I go and pick up some body armor and some ammo. And then I switch to my pistol, and because we have some time to kill, we go and play pool. Oh. That was pretty decent. And then another guy's going to come out from behind that newsstand over there. And then there was a strat here, which was devised like a year or 2 ago, where he opens the door before he gets there, and you can shoot him, and it means you can walk past him faster. I missed him in that instance, but usually if you shoot him, you can walk past him much quicker. Now we're heading towards the Sunrise nightclub. The whole point of that Marco quest was to get the pass to get in. And there's slightly more of a boss here, in that he actually puts up a fight. Not a very good fight, but he does put up a fight. I lied, he didn't put up a fight this time. What do you know? Yeah, this game is better than GoldenEye, because you don't spend the entire time looking at the floor. Next is Notre Dame, aka the Run Killer. There's a strat here which is like not too consistent. I'd say I probably get it like 50%, maybe a little bit more of the time. And I think I got it like twice in a run yesterday, so I might be able to get it. TimeSplitters 3 already exists. It's called TimeSplitters Future Perfect. And then there's also TimeSplitters Rewind, which is a rehash of the series. Which is coming out, I think this year or next year, I can't remember. So here there are loads of zombies, so you have to kill them with headshots, otherwise they don't die, or they take like 10 shots to die. And here, instead of waiting, I set myself on fire, and it means to rescue these maidens here, I have to shoot their shackles. Oh, please don't. Ugh. Sometimes it just completely trolls you. Nothing much you can really do. It's a shame. That means this run is not valid now, because your in-game time, which is what we time this game with, resets every time you start or restart a mission. And obviously I've been playing for longer, so it doesn't count as a legit run anymore, but it's fine for a marathon. That is a shame though. I did a marathon last weekend and had like a pretty much flawless run. I only lost time to RNG, so I was hoping to do the same today, but it's fine. My estimate, I believe, is 40 minutes, and that accounts for errors like these. Oh my god. There's nothing much I can really do about this. Sometimes it just happens and other times it doesn't. I know, I've practiced this level to the death, and as far as I know, it's just luck whether you get it or not. You can shoot in the exact same place like 20 times, and sometimes it'll work, and other times it won't. Oh, Christ. Okay, it's one. Will we get lucky this time? Hey, there we go. Right, and now we can move on. Yeah, shoutouts to Mr. Jerky for devising that strat. And when I say shoutouts, I mean words that I probably shouldn't say, even though I'm technically allowed to say them. Some nice stair movement there. You walk in spirals and it's faster than just walking normally. Oh. Yeah, those guys like to get in your way. And then sometimes there'll be zombies that chase me from the back room. There's no one. Okay. And here I need to go collect the time crystal, but I also need to kill these guys, so I multitask. Maybe. That was a pretty good main room, but it doesn't really matter. And then here's the first of two bosses in this level. This one has the biggest hitbox on the planet. And it's funny because I actually missed some shots there. But you can aim to like 2 meters right of his head and you'll still hit him. It's ridiculous. And then the second boss is up on this roof. After we go through all these guys. Jacques Delamort. Which I think literally translates to Jack of the Dead. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not overly proficient in French, but I do know some. And here's the fourth level, Return to Planet X, 2280. And the reason it's called Return to Planet X is because this is also in the first game, which I also run, actually, but I didn't submit because I'm a little bit out of practice in it. It's quite a difficult game compared to this one. So here I'm currently making my way to the beach. That's right, this is what a beach looks like on another planet. And I have to repel the beach attack, which I do by using this turret. And there's a very specific order. You do the 2 in the middle, and then the 1 on the left, and then the 1 on the right, and then for the next 2 cycles, you do the 2 in the middle, again, and then this time you do the 1 on the right. Ooh, maybe you do the 1 on the right, and then you do the 1 on the left. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. No, yeah, and then you can walk through this laser wall. And then we have to make our way to the crashed UFO. It's actually interesting that this level has like an entire another section in it in normal and hard, but on this there's like an entire bit you don't go to. So I just have to clear these guys out as quickly as possible. I pick up the plasma auto rifle here, and then kill the next cycle. And then after that it doesn't matter, because you see this green thing up here. When it gets to the bottom of its movement, it's going to open a portal up into the spaceship. And then that's it. That's Planet X. Alright, the next level coming up is one that I was telling Alvio about before my run. It's Neo Tokyo, set in 2019, which is 2 years from now. Just bear that in mind when you see this level. but there is a section, because basically you have to follow the hacker around for, like, pretty much the length of the entire city. However, there's a hiding spot in it, which means you don't have to follow her, and it means you can go and, like, get a drink or do whatever you need to do during the run. So I'm going to move to that hiding spot, and then you'll be clear to read some donations, if there are any. I do need to pay a certain amount of attention to the uplink that's on screen right now, because she'll appear and then I need to position myself so I don't get caught. Yeah, shoutouts to this marathon. This is great, by the way. If you aren't donating, then you should probably donate, just saying. He says, having not donated himself. I can donate my time and my love, but I can't donate my money because I don't have any of that. So yeah, this level is pretty resident sleeper, and I can even type that in chat. And the best part about this level, if you guys were wondering, is that there's also a potential softlock coming up, which means if I hit that softlock, I have to do this whole thing all over again. So that red blip on the minimap there is the hacker that we're meant to be following. The good news is, she's blind. Like, look, she should definitely see you there. And she should hear that I just switched to my weapon. Yeah, I've only had the softlock here maybe, like, probably a little bit more than 10 times, I'd say. I remember I did a race with the guy I mentioned earlier, Mr. Jerky, and we were doing normal, which not many people had run before. And he was on the penultimate level of this game, and then he softlocked on a camera on Robot Factory. Basically, anywhere there's a camera, you can softlock. But I didn't softlock, so we're good. If you select the camera and then you press X, but it doesn't change camera, it means you've softlocked and you have to restart the level. And there's no checkpoint until a few seconds from now, so you're screwed, basically. Hey, I got that headshot. I didn't get that once in practice yesterday. Another stealth kill. Then we go in and deactivate the TimeSplitter machine. And then we have to kill her, which we do by shooting her hat off. And then punching her in the back a couple of times. And then we have to escape, which is a little ways from now. Rip music. Okay, I got one back boost there, which is pretty good. And a forward boost, which negated the back boost essentially. And that's the boring level over. So, how can we compensate for a boring level, you ask? How about a really fun one? Wild West 1853 is definitely a level to remember, I suppose. it's very quick because there are some strats that speed it up, like, quite a lot. Usually here, you'd have to go into this, like, jailhouse and then go around the back with gunpowder and... I don't know. But we just do this, because you can do that. And it saves, like, a minute. And then here, instead of going up and rescuing the woman in the barn, we can just shoot the barrels from down here. And, that also saves, like, 20 seconds. And she says, "Why thanks?" And it sounds like she's right next to us, even though she's like a million miles away. And then we have to push this minecart along and also get in front of it. Which I didn't do. That's odd. I don't know why I didn't do that. It's alright, this should still be fine. There's a quick kill here. Which I got. Usually you have to walk around and kill him and it takes like forever, but you can just kill him as soon as he comes out of the hut thing. What? Alright, well you get to see that all over again then. What? Why did that happen? This run is a train wreck. Forget every time save. I can't believe that happened. I'm speechless, honestly. And now I have to get the quick kill again, otherwise I look like a fraud. It's alright, because I'm a god at this game. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it failed the first time. I always YOLO that, because it looks swag as hell and it never fails, so it's not really a YOLO, but apparently it does fail. Okay, Atom Smasher, there's not really much I can, I lied, there is something I can screw up on in this. But hopefully it doesn't happen. I just have to try and not take too much damage before or after I pull off the strat in this level. So here we open this door, and then we go to the camera, and turn them all off. It's hella swag, fam. I don't know where this guy is. Okay, he's there. You have to kill him, otherwise the scientist doesn't say, "I'll take care of that bomb for you." Basically, on this level, you have to defuse all the bombs and then kill the head honcho man, even though he comes back in the third game. Don't question it. Here, I deliberately headshot that guy, and then I deliberately don't headshot that guy. And it means that I can kill these guys way easier. Which TimeSplitters 2 waifu would I kiss? That's a good question. Probably Jo Beth Casey. I think she's like around the same age as me. She's depicted as a schoolgirl, so like, I don't know. And she's really annoying, which is like my favorite in a girl. Hang on, I need to... Sorry, this is really bad. Okay, so... I'm taking a lot of damage here because I didn't turn the steam off in this room, but you don't have to, because you just take loads of damage and then the rest of the level is like really hard to complete without dying. But it's faster, so I do it. Putting out another fire here. Sometimes that can troll you. Dude, Alvio, you have no idea what it's like being me. Because if you're not hating yourself in a relationship, then what are you doing? Seriously. Okay, and then this guy's gonna take care of the last bomb. Dude, yeah, chair. That shirt is golden. Okay, and now here we just have to go and like turn off all these console things. Dude, Alvio, I'll give you my number after the stream. We kill Kalos there. And then that's the 7th level done. Next is Aztec Ruins, which has probably one of the biggest and only instances of RNG in this game. Don't worry, Alvio, it's all the same to me anyway. Here I have to go for a bunch of really cool trick shot headshots. Because that guy didn't drop me his crossbow. God, I really... That would have negated the rest of the trick shot headshots I have to go for. And I missed that one, so I know I have to get this last one, otherwise this run is in danger. Okay, we're good. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm sorry, that's a terrible reference. Animal cruelty. Someone complain quickly so I can be really, or like, you can be really generic. Because this always happens whenever I do a marathon run. Everyone's always like, oh, animal cruelty, call PETA. Monkeys are dead. Yeah, they are. I've killed probably thousands of monkeys in my TimeSplitters career. And then we found the lost temple. And we're getting to the RNG section of this level. This has been a really bad Aztec, actually. Yeah, if these guys ground pound, then it wastes time. Yeah, the crossbow is a one hit. Pretty much, well, at close range, the crossbow is a one hit, whereas the pistol is a 2 hit, even at close range, unless you have a headshot with it. So it's just better to use the crossbow. So yeah, the golems didn't troll me too much there. Sometimes they like ground pound much more. If you're very lucky, you can have them do it 0 times in a run. I think my PB has it once, and that's like one of the biggest time savers in my PB, because my PB is actually pretty optimized. It's 27:29 in-game time, 33:40 RTA. And then the world record is 26:38 IGT, but it's on NTSC, which is a faster version of the game. Mostly because of this level and because of Atom Smasher. There are strats which are either much easier on NTSC, or like there are sections which are sped up on NTSC. Pretty much any time you see a door, I'm going to lose time over NTSC. So here I go and extend the bridge. And make it past these guys, maybe. Yeah, this is the penultimate level. This one's like 3 minutes long. And then the next level is about 3.5 minutes long. So maybe in like 6 or 7 minutes, if you account for loading times as well. So here I got the electro tool so I can overload these energy nodes. And then I have to kill all 4 of the guys that spawn, otherwise this gate doesn't open here. And then the second energy node is in this room. Or in this corridor, I suppose. It's probably a better way of saying it. That was really fast. It's one of the best second energy nodes I've ever had. I'm actually really low on ammo. This isn't great. It should be okay, I hope. Worst comes to worst, I can just use the oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the sci-fi handgun in a second. Here's the third energy node. Oh. And then here's the fourth. There's a faster strat you can do with this energy node, but I didn't do it because I didn't, well, it's more NTSC viable. And then I have to kill that guy, then I have to kill the guy on this side and the 2 down here, and then another one 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 here, and then this guy, and then another one here. And then we're done. And we can go to the boss, of which there is a quick kill on, actually, involving the sci-fi handgun. Because the bullets ricochet when you use this gun, if you fire them all within this, like, central bit here, they ricochet and kill them really quickly. You can kill them in, like, 2 or 3 bursts. Whereas before the strat was to pick up the plasma grenades and fire 6 onto him. And I think it was found to save about 5 or 6 seconds in the long run, which is really good. And then that's Robot Factory. Alright, so we're moving on to the final level now. It's called Space Station. Basically we take all the time crystals and get the hell out. I'm just going to use this time to give some shout-outs to 3 people in particular, one of which is Mr. Jerky Jerky, who I mentioned earlier. He's found a bunch of strats in this game. He's a really cool guy, good friend of mine. And you should check him out. I think he mostly does Majora's Mask these days, but I'm hoping he'll come back to this game. The other one, another one is An Empty Box, who's the world record holder for this game. He found all like the original strats in this game. And is just like really good at the game. I didn't open this door, so that's a time loss. And then the third guy, you may have heard of him if you watched ESA last year. His name is Jang Bang. He did a run of this game at ESA, and he's really cool. He displayed this game so well, and I think he deserves a shout out. And he's also the only person that's run every game in the series, and he has the world record in TS1 and TSFP. But he's 5th in this game. Okay, get prepared for overly sexual Cortez noises. You've had 3 world record runs in this marathon, and I can assure you that this will not be one of them. I close the door there as soon as I get in, and it's faster than waiting for it to close. This is actually a really good space station right now. Ignore the fact that I'm on low health. That's just because I jumped down an elevator shaft. Normally I'd die if this were a 90s sitcom, but this is Themeathon, which is 80s, so I'm alive. And this is in 2401 as well. Here I jump on top of this thing here, like the top bit of the elevator, and if I stand in a particular position I can actually get outside without the need for a space helmet. I don't take any damage there. And we're coming up on time very shortly, so get ready on time. Make it into the grey section of the shaft, into the second light strip, and my cue is right here to jump. And time. Yeah, I meant this level was set in 2401. I'm just going to check my in-game time very quickly, because even though it's invalid, it still matters to me. 37:34. Dude, this run was so bad, and I still came 2.5 minutes under my estimate. Like I said, my PB's 4 minutes faster than that. I think this will go down as probably one of the worst marathon performances. But I think I did pretty well on commentary, so hopefully I made up for my bad performance. 29:21. Yeah, that wasn't good anyway. Alright, thank you so much for having me. It really was a pleasure, and hopefully I can do something like this for the next Themeathon. And yeah, good one.